having Craig Kelly here with us.
Thank you so much for that warm Victorian welcome. But I'd like to say thank you to you all here. I'd also like to know that many of us were disappointed at the federal election result. Never forget what we achieved by standing up. Right. When I came to Victoria, to that historic moment with Australia's largest ever political rally on the steps of Parliament House last year, just think back to then. I was rejected from hiring a car at the airport because I did not have a vaccine passport. We laugh about it now, but that's what happened in Sydney. I could not get a haircut without showing a vaccine passport. I could not cross the state border into Queensland without a vaccine passport.
Disgraceful!
It was disgraceful. And the reason why those regulations, yes, they haven't all been wound back and there's still a long way to go. But the reason that they were wound back is because people like you, average citizens, said, no, I've had enough and I'm standing up and enough. That is what we have achieved. So we should be firstly congratulating ourselves on those victories, but knowing there is still an enormous battle ahead of us, especially in this state. And remember, you are not just here fighting for the state of Victoria, or even fighting for the nation. You are fighting for future generations of this country so they can live in freedom. And if we wanted to find freedom, the best was George Orwell's quote. He said, freedom is the right to say no. You must have the right to say no when a government says they want you to inject an experimental substance into your body. If you don't have that right, you are not living in a free nation, or free state. And that's why this election in Victoria is just so important. There are memories etched in my mind that I'll never forget for as long as I live, and I'm sure they are for most of you people. I'll never forget the image of a mother, pregnant, in her own home, in her pajamas, handcuffed. And I remember watching that for the very first time. And you're always suspicious whether these things are set up. And when they said it, I think her husband said, "What's she done?" And the Dan's officer said, "She posted something to Facebook." Like, we laugh now. Well, that's what I did. I thought, that's the punchline. This is a show from candid camera. And then it came over me. It wasn't candid camera. It was real life. In this state, you could not post a protest against the government without them coming and arresting you in your own home, in front of your children, and handcuffing you.
Communist Victoria!
And when that happened, I was in Parliament House that day, and I went straight round to my once and former mates in the Liberal Party here in Victoria that were ministers. And I showed them the video and said, let's all go down to Parliament now, let's raise a motion to try and complain about this. And you know what? Every single one of them was gutless to do so. That is when I realised that we need to form a third force. So let's all get together at this Victorian election. I know there's many great candidates. Hayden, all the best to you. We'll be giving you all our support against Dan Andrews. People, we run in the House. We want to try and bring back some democracy to this great state. Thank you very much, and let's keep up the fight.